Hi everyone, I'm Megan Ramos and I'm here today on a bit more of a somber note. We're going through unprecedented times with this global pandemic of COVID-19. So many of us all over the world and within our fasting communities are in self-isolation, self-quarantine, or you're even experiencing a lockdown or a shelter-in-place situation. How do we get through these huge adjustments? And that's what I want to talk about today. I'm going to share some of our top tips for adapting to these stressful situations at home. Our first tip is to try to maintain somewhat of a fasting routine. Wake up in the morning, pass on breakfast, and have a cup of tea or coffee instead. Both tea and coffee are proven to be appetite suppressants. So let the tea, let the coffee, let these warm beverages suppress your appetite in the morning time. Our second tip is to just not snack. No matter what you eat, whether it's a carbohydrate, protein, or fat, when you eat, you cause your body to produce some insulin. Now, if you're struggling with type 2 diabetes, weight loss, or other symptoms of metabolic syndrome, you have high insulin levels within your body, and you don't want to add any more unnecessary insulin to your system. It's perfectly okay to eat those almonds, but eat them with your meals. Set yourself eating windows at lunchtime and at dinner time of either 60 to 90 minutes to allow yourself to eat. For example, a lunch eating window of 12 to 1:30, that means you can eat whatever you like between 12 and 1:30. But after 1:30, you have to wait to eat until your next eating window. So if I want some almonds, it's perfectly okay to have them in my 12 to 1:30 eating window. But it's not okay to have them at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Then you have to wait until your next eating window. So try not to snack. Let's reduce the impact that this pandemic has on our waistlines and on our blood sugar levels. Our third tip is to stay connected. In this day and age, technology can really help us connect with our loved ones and our communities all around the world. Using services like WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, FaceTime, and Skype can allow us to stay connected to the people that we love. You can also find online communities that resonate with you and your goals. So if you're a faster looking to find some support with fasting and with diet during this time, check out our community at thefastingmethod.com. We have a wonderful forum. We have live focus groups where you get to interact with each other and share your tips and tricks and struggles during this hectic time. You can also join the live Q&A sessions and talk to fasting experts such as myself, Dr. Jason Fung, and Dr. Nadir Ali. Tip number 4, hunger comes in waves. Ride out the hunger wave. You can do so just by staying busy. And when you're stuck at home, try to stay busy by doing things that help alleviate your stress. So if you want to go for the pantry, stop yourself. Try to think about what you can do around your home. So for me, I'm right now in self-quarantine here in Toronto. So the other day, I was very hungry at home and I decided to clean out my closet. Now I have a much cleaner, much more organized closet, and I have a few bags of old clothes that are now too big for me that I can donate to a women's shelter when things settle down. So not only is my life a little bit more organized with this closet makeover, I'm happy that I'm going to be able to gift some woman in need some clothes. So not only are you riding out the hunger wave, but you're also reducing your overall stress by making improvements in your environment. Tip number 5, have a glass of water when you feel a hunger pang coming on. We often mistake thirst for hunger. So try having a glass of water, waiting 30 minutes, and seeing if your hunger subsides. Most fasting method community members report that carbonated water or mineral water really helps suppress their appetite. Tip number 6, practice stress reduction techniques like deep breathing, yoga, and meditation. Do this instead of reaching for the pantry or the refrigerator when you're feeling stressed out. Also, trying out a bunch of different techniques during this time will provide you with great tools for when life does go back to normal. It's going to be hectic, and if you have a great stress reduction technique that works for you, you'll be able to get back into the swing of things and handle all of the stress. Tip number 7, create a routine and have a schedule. This is so important, especially if you're not used to being home all of the time. Plan out your daily activities, when you're going to get fresh air and sunshine, when you're going to connect with your communities and loved ones, when you're going to do meal prep, when you're going to eat or when you're going to fast, when you're going to read. Plan a schedule and stick with that schedule. When our bodies have a routine, it dramatically reduces our stress load, which helps keep our cortisol levels down. And this will ward off a lot of stress eating that we want to avoid doing during this time. Tip number 8, stay out of the kitchen, especially if you're working from home. Don't work from the kitchen counter, the kitchen island, or the kitchen table. Have a separate workspace. I myself, my home office was next to my kitchen. Now, before this pandemic, that wasn't an issue because I was always in and out of the house at meetings or having people over for meetings, so it wasn't too problematic. But when we started self-quarantining and being at home, I found it was really easy to go towards the kitchen when I needed to get up and stretch my legs. So what did I do? I moved my office into the basement where I keep my home gym equipment. This way, if I need to get up and stretch my legs, my environment's different. The kitchen isn't there. All my workout stuff is there. I can jump on my rebounder, I can do some foam rolling, I could do some body weight exercises, or actually lift some weights if I need to. Your environment is so important for developing healthy habits. So working in the kitchen is not going to cultivate the habits that you're looking to achieve through not snacking, by fasting, and by eating the right foods. So stay out of the kitchen. Now, you might not have a basement or an upstairs to your home like I do to separate my workspace, but really within your own home, you try to separate your workspace and your living space as much as possible. It will also keep you feeling sane throughout the day too, if both your work and your personal life aren't mixed up. If you have set work hours for the day when you're at home, which is a great idea, then you can leave your workspace at 5 or 6 o'clock and join your living space and have that division where you can be able to really take good self-care of your time during this crisis. And tip number 9, get ready for the day just as if you were about to leave the house. For me, this is critical. I started working at home half the time about a year ago. And I thought, oh great, I don't have to do my hair, I don't have to put on makeup, I can work in track pants and be extra cozy. But that's usually my Sunday look. And on Sundays, I relax, I let my body calm down, reset for the entire week. I don't do much, I just chat with loved ones. We actually spend a lot of time cooking in the kitchen, and I'm not necessarily all that productive on Sundays. Sundays are for self-care. And that's how I feel when I don't wear makeup and I don't do my hair and I don't get dressed for the day. So whether or not you do those things, how you dress, whether or not you do makeup, how you do your hair, I think it's really important that we still get up every day like we're leaving the house, like we're going to work or our activities. Wake up, put on real clothes, put on items that make you feel productive, and try to stay out of wearing loungewear as much as possible if you're trying to have a productive day at home. Thank you for watching. Next week we'll be back with some of our strategies for fasting during this pandemic. If you have any questions or have any suggestions for videos, please leave them in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos about fasting strategies and eating tips, make sure that you like this video and that you subscribe to our channel. I'm wishing you all just the best during this terrible time. Stick with your loved ones. Be safe, everybody.